Hello viewers, this is Just Fake Network TV, a place where you can get the latest information about Nigeria news and all the news in details. The Igbos didn't point gun at you to force you sell your land, Pastor Tunde Bakare tells Yorubas. A video has been making the rounds on the internet after it shows a Nigerian prominent pastor Tunde Bakare talking about the tribalism issue in Lagos State. Pastor Tunde Bakare is a Nigerian prophetic apostolic pastor and the running mate of Muhammadu Buhari in the 2011 Nigerian presidential election. According to the video, the clergyman claimed that he was at a meeting with some Yoruba men and they were talking about the Igbos dominating their land. The pastors, who got irritated by what they were saying, replied to them saying, "The Igbos didn't point a gun at you to force you to sell your land, or did they came to you with a gun saying your land or your life?" What do you think about this news, guys? I think I would support what Pastor Tunde Bakare says, because definitely the Igbos did not point out guns at them. And the Igbos they didn't force them to sell their land. So why is it that the Yorubas are now coming out to cry out and say that the Igbos are taking their land? The good thing about the Igbos is that they are so industrious, more than Yoruba people that we have. Many Yorubas, the only thing they know is just for them to go for parties, to buy ashwebi and all that, buy expensive things. But when you talk about the Igbos, you can see that they know how to take 10 naira and make it 100 naira. And that is exactly what is it. Let's hear what people are saying. They said instead of us to join forces together and send the entire north packing, we are quarreling on land. Please, I am not from Igbo. I am across Igbo man are Nigerians that any way they go and see opportunity, they will use that opportunity to develop that place. Every place they go, they develop that place. Yorubas should go to Igbo land, acquire land and invest. They cannot eat their cake and have it, having sold their land and use the money for wherever they need it at any time. Pastor Tunde Bakare always says it's real. Thank you so much for always being on the side of the truth. They collected the proceeds and used same to party. Now the money is finished and their eyes are open to see clearly. Likewise, the Bakare people in Rivers State, agitating as they have been forced to sell their land, lazy people. And they said, my Igbo businessmen in Lagos and in fact other places, open your eyes. What is happening to you in Lagos today is a normal practice as they are protesting now. The next thing that will follow is that the governor with the Oba of Lagos will come into thanks to relocate the Igbo trader to another undeveloped area for further development of the area by the Igbos. They have done to you in many places at various times. My people, be wise. Your state needs development too. So Lagos was our FCT where incomes from all the regions were plunged into for its development. It belongs to all of us. For those who freely sold their land to Igbos or any else for that matter, if you want such land back, please approach the court to know the positions of the law on such transaction, because you cannot get it back through protest or any form of propaganda. Kudos to Pastor Tunde Bakare. Definitely, Pastor Tunde Bakare actually said the truth, because they are not forcing them to buy the land. And we all know that Lagos State is a very populous state. It's a populated place. So a lot of people are there. Igbos are there, Yorubas are there, Fulani, Hausas, everybody are there. So it is now left for one tribe to develop his or her own business. The pastor is very right. Those shouting Igbos has taken all their lands, properties. They don't know what they are talking about. It's a matter of demand and supply. Igbos demanded for land and properties. Yorubas supplied their land, and that is it. After collecting money from it. And there was no force or compulsions in the deals. It was mutually agreed. So why is it that the Yorubas are now coming out and started talking about that the Igbos are collecting their land? This is not even something that we need to even talk about. There are a lot of issues in the country that needs to be settled, not land collections and all that. People were saying that this is a warning and a lesson to my Igbo people that things has not been all right, will get worse in the nearest future. Igbos should be thinking moving down to east. Good, sir, don't mind those lazy and idle fellows who should be ashamed of themselves. They were paid, they received and enjoyed the money. Now they are crying. Wow. And exactly that is what is going on right now. They are now crying. At least the Yorubas that sold their land to the Igbos, trust me, by the time you watch the way they spend the money, you can see that most of the money will go for occasion. Most of the money will go for party. But by the time you see Igbos, the way they will manage that land for you, build business houses, and they will make huge amounts of money from it. And that is the difference between the Igbos and the Yorubas. They are very industrious. Because without any discriminations, the pastor was right. And that was why I said, looking by what is going on in the country, we cannot be one or united as a country. Inasmuch as Yoruba cannot reside in Igbo land and feel at home without questioning or making him or her see himself as a stranger. And likewise, the same thing in Hausa land. By the time you see Igbos or Yoruba people living in Hausa land, many of them, they don't feel comfortable. This is to tell you that we didn't see ourselves as one. And the same thing applicable to an Hausa man in Yoruba land. It means we are deceiving or forcing oneself or the other. We are forcing oneself on the other, definitely. It just means we cannot live together and be at peace with ourselves. There is a big trouble in the land, but may God help us from them all. May God help us. There is a huge trouble. And the only people that can solve the trouble for us are the leaders. Because they even said it that if the foundation is destroyed, what would the righteous do? The foundation is destroyed already. So it takes the grace of God for God to build that foundation in Nigeria, to build a unity among each tribes. May God help us. So guys, what do you think? What is your own take about this? Your comment is highly appreciated, and kindly drop your comment at the comment section. For those who subscribe, we want to say a very big thank you to you for subscribing. We say God bless you. If you're yet to do so, kindly press the subscription button below. And also please don't forget to press the notification button so that whenever we upload news, you will always be the first person to watch our latest news. Thank you. Always stay safe. Bye.